I'm back, this time with tea in hand. I still can't get a hold of her. Were 3 guests over today? I checked the clock. It was past 10 o'clock already. Afterwards, I tried calling Shiguru several times, but couldn't get through to her. And just like that, time slipped away from me. I've never gone this long without hearing from Shiguru. I really didn't understand my family's schedule at all. Master! It's been a while since we baked. Here we are! I told you we'd get one before the day. Well, actually, I said accident. Well, we got something before the day was out, but I think you may turn it down? Maybe? No, that was a poor transition. No offense. You haven't bathed with us since we've matured. Master, you pervert. What? You haven't bathed with us since we've matured. Master, you You've got it mixed up, Vanilla. You haven't grown that much. What are you talking about? Meow, meow, meow. What did you say? Shiguru-chan said that Chocolate and Vanilla are already elegant Lady Nico. Those words are sexual harassment. You are trampling on the dignity of... What? What? Besides, this is Chocolate's identity we are talking about. What? Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, I'll pass. You two need to get ready to go home. Yeah? Get ready to go home? But isn't Chocolate's home Master's home? And I belong next to Chocolate. Also, Master is cool. Strangely, you appear very handsome. The two of you can stop fraying ignorance. Cut that out. The two of them were about to distract me again when they looked in my direction. Since Shigure isn't picking up, I'll take you two home. So get ready to go home. I think we've angered them. Chocolate and Vanilla turned away and looked downwards. Returning home on the same day I moved out seemed so stupid of an idea that I did hesitate a bit. But there was no other way. This was not the time for that. The two of them were silent as I looked at them and continued. Listen up, my bakery is going to start up soon, and who knows what will happen after that. I mean, come on, dude, it can't be that dense. I mean, what's the problem with them? Or, besides what they... Well, actually, that aside, I mean, you do need workers. With no one to rely on, I don't know what will happen. With all that going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two. Get it? Come on, Vanilla Chocolate, suggest it. I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after my... You dropped the bomb. You... It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. With her head down, Chocolate said something. What did you say? What did you say? I came close and asked her to repeat herself. I hate you! Chocolate won't go back! I hate Master for saying that. Wait. Hey, Chocolate. Vanilla? I will also move with great haste. Or rather, I will withdraw like an escaping Nico. Wait, stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too? Did they run outside? Come on, Master, I'm over here. Chocolate is over here. It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt. It's unnecessary to worry about Nico like that, though humanoid Nico are cats. Come on. Maybe so for Chocolate, but aren't you bad with physical activity? Come here. I'll get you, Chocolate. Meow, Master, you pervert! Where do you think you're grabbing? Master is touching Chocolate's... What? With an eagle claw grip? I am not. It's because you two are running around. Meow, an opening. Hey, stop it. Are you still going to run? Run. Crap. I got you, Vanilla. Dickle. Chocolate, stop. Really, stop. Oh, good lord. Nice assist. Chocolate, go. Like I said, stop, run. Oh, wait, what? Those two didn't listen, so a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was how the first night went. Pajamas! In any case, I'll let you stay tonight, but I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? Well, you know what they're going to say. While that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home now, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope that Shiguro would call me back didn't happen. So tomorrow I decided that taking them home was my first priority. Of course, we'll sleep... Knew it. We'll sleep in Master's bed. I will also control myself in Master's bed. Oh, definitely like origami. Cleverly. They even brought pajamas. Just how much planning went into their devious actions anyway? I see. If you do that, then where will I sleep? Eh? You're not going to sleep together with us? You even have to get in this far? Master is a male, but doesn't know when to give up. I'm fine with Master Chocolate. Me. Most definitely like origami. Not my origami. Yeah, being surrounded by Master and Vanilla makes me happy. Don't get ahead of yourself. I don't think she meant it in that way. Chocolate, she meant it in a more sexual way. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded. Okay, since we're the ones that are intruding, we're fine here too. We can curl up and sleep like Nico after all. We are totally praiseworthy for not asking for luxuries. Model Nico, just like this. The floor of an empty room without even curtains. I watched the two of them lie down and curl up. That's way too pitiful a sight to be called praiseworthy. Since you just moved in, there should be lots of boxes, right? Apparently you can make a warm shelter out of them, so we'll manage somehow. They're guilt-tripping you. Hold your ground, my son. That's something only a certain type of people would say. Person, that should be, I think. Where do these Nico get this information from, anyway? Well, they probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shiguro's room, anyway. Chocolate isn't good with kanji characters, though, so she only reads picture books. On second thought, you two sleep in my bed. Oh, they broke you. It still gets cold at night in April after all. And where's Master going to sleep? Next to Chocolate? I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. The sofa can fit one person, and there's air conditioning in there if I need it. That's not right. If that's the case, then Chocolate will sleep on the sofa. Master, please sleep together with Vanilla on the bed. I'm more relaxed on the sofa. It's better if Chocolate and Master use the bed. They moved quickly towards me. I placed my hands on their head and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen to me. I'll sleep on the sofa and you two will sleep in my room. Those are your master's orders. Understood? Ah, Master. Master. I said it like that deliberately. The two of them looked like they wanted to say something but hesitated. They lowered their heads apologetically. Ah. I'm sorry, Master. Sorry, Master. They stammered and looked like they were on the verge of crying. Their obedience had the exact opposite of the effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my chest. A pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going. Okay. Oh, this is a close-up. Good night. If anything happens, tell me right away. Okay. Good night, Master. Good night, Master. I gently rubbed the head of the dispirited Nico once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room. Master? I'm really sorry I caused you so much trouble. In that darkened room, a voice faintly echoed. The pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully, "It's alright if it's just for one day. Don't worry about it." "Master?" "Now then, go to sleep." We're gonna wake up with them on top of us, aren't we? I really shouldn't act with emotion, huh? I never do, my friend. I lay down on the sofa. I sighed while I stared at the ceiling. If I give into emotion, the result would just lead to more sadness. That is why if I used kind or hopeful words, the only things to come out of my mouth would be lies. Praise him. Oh. Most mature words ever. Casho, me man. It's pretty uncool for me to be so namby-pamby like this. While I piled the insults on myself, I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over. Hello? Oh! There's a pretty big difference between an underquilt and bed covering. Oh, no accident. Or drama. I'm surprised. Regarding... Oh, wait, no, this is Shigure. Regarding this situation, I want to respect Chocolate and Vanilla's intentions. If Chocolate and Vanilla agree with it, then I'll come get them. I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shiguro, even if you say that, I don't think Chocolate and Vanilla will. By the way, Nisama, would you whisper this morning sweet nothings to your little sister? Don't make this into a daily ritual. In any case, I'm sorry, Father is calling me, so I need to take my leave. I love you, Nisama. Talk to you later. You damned! Wait, Shigure! I swear it goes pink when it does that. Yeah, it does. Seriously. As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that this would have all come to an end if I could just talk to Shigure. Munch, munch, munch. Breakfast tastes good. Master's breakfast always tastes good. Chocolate, there's some ketchup on your cheek. Artistically, it's cute. I'll lick it off. Lick, lick. Magic power. The Negos in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. Incidentally, they contained tomatoes, cheese and lettuce. And with an over-easy fried egg inside, it was a simple sandwich. That was breakfast, pretty much. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Master, it's not fun having Chocolate and Vanilla around. Is it? Chocolate is a lot of fun, you know. With Chocolate, it's a world-class level of fun. Last night, Master was really looking forward to it too. To what? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of Nico were effectively the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they like and dislike depends on the individual Nico. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything in order yesterday. Also today, I really have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. With a sandwich in my hand, I said that to them. Damn it, yeah. Will Chocolate being around cause problems for Master? She puts the sandwich down on the plate. And just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered clearly. Oh, I see. So that's really how it is. Her shoulders drooped more than before. Her ears drooped too. Chocolate. Unable to make any fun of the situation, Vanilla could only look on with concern. What have we done? The pain from last night was pricking at my heart again. I tilted the already cooled coffee cup. As my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment, unimpeded. Besides, Chocolate wants to be with Master. Her ears, usually always perky, were drooping. Chocolate was speaking clearly under her own volition. If Chocolate is here, then I am also here. I think I want to be here. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not break. However, she showed me her strong volition. ... I don't remember Chocolate or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. The thought was in the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said it. That? Understood? Huh? What? The doorbell's ringing. A new character? Oh, tableware seller. I want the royal wood. Thank you very much for your business. I'm here to deliver the tea set that you ordered. I'll bring it in to the bakery. This should be all the boxes. If everything looks to be in order, could you please sign the invoice? She smiled brightly and brought out a pen and the invoice. Okay, let's see. I once again looked over the sales invoice I received. ... Somehow, this doesn't look like what I ordered. Eh? Is that so? Are you saying that these aren't the right items? No, the stuff I ordered is here, but... There's another Nico, isn't there? I looked at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. There was a mountain of boxes inside the bakery. A mountain! It's as if the inside of the bakery was completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery. I'm sorry, I'll check with the main office right away. Could you give me a few moments? Maybe not. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. It's fine. It appears that another order got mixed with yours. Mr. Minaduki, I imagine that you may be in need of this stuff right away. So if it's possible, I was thinking maybe you could take receipt of this order? Take receipt of this order? Eh? From all this? The towering mountain of cardboard boxes. The words were stuck in my throat. All of them were of equal size. I couldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they contain expensive tea sets and tableware. And even if I took it all, it was a tall order to deal with all the new stuff. There's still stuff that needs doing in advance of opening, so I don't mind taking this stuff. But it's going to take a while to deal with all of this. Of course, I'm more than happy to help. I have to make it to my next delivery after all. Look, you don't need to give me all this pressure. From the look of all of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it redelivered would be redundant too. Stay. Oh, that's beautiful. Looks like I have a lifeline. Meow meow. What is it? Oh, that was just beautiful. Thank you for your help, girls. Thank you so much. Well, I'll be on my way. I'm exhausted. I glanced at the organized tableware and lowered myself into a chair. Wow. Master, here's some cold tea. Please enjoy it. Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon I had to really get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find. There we are. And when I really needed help this time, there we are. Stare. Praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me. The praise me aura, I could sense it. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my praise. Thanks. This was all thanks to Chocolate and Vanilla for helping me. Yay! Vanilla, Master's praising us. Yay, yahoo! Yes, this is the result of watching from the shadows. You did good. Master, Chocolate was helpful, right? It's difficult for Master to work alone after all. Right. Yes. Assistance from a cat is definitely effective. If we weren't here, I imagine you'd still be sorting things. See? Come on! You two are getting a bit too close to me. Come on, we know where this is going. The two of them leaned forward to press their case. It is true, without Chocolate and Vanilla around, this would have been a real problem. But that has nothing to do with before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I was going to ask you to come work for me, okay? Come on. Aww. I see. I guess it's no use then. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and I looked disheartened. I'll go clean up since we're here anyway. She still dejected, she trudged up to the second floor. Chocolate isn't a fool. I knew that she was going out of her way to help me with that energy of hers. That is why this wasn't something I could easily change my mind about. Even more so if she cared that much for me. Master, is it that much of a bother for us to be here? Are we bad girls? She spoke in a small voice in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You aren't bad girls, and that's why I don't want you two to be here. Even though we aren't bad girls, we can't stay? It's because you two are good girls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me. People are hard to understand. Nico do not understand these things. If we like a human, then we want to be near them. At the very least, I understand that. Vanilla. I'll go check on Chocolate. With those words, she went upstairs. Oh god, that was a kick to the nuts. The small footsteps sounded far away, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. People are hard to understand, huh? True words have never been spoken. Inside the empty bakery, I repeated those words she just said to me. Now that I think about it, it is inconsistent thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. Nico can enjoy many things by living a simple life, huh? I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bit of smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. I broke Master's cup. Let's just say the cup broke by itself. Oh, that was good. Huh? A takoyaki seller isn't here today. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park at night. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. Also, it just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the Nico home. I had also left behind the house key. That is why I made use of the time to do some shopping before Shiguro got home. Eh? Ah, sorry, Vanilla. What was it? Nico nip? That sounds about right. That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? Okay, maybe a little bit. But I am fine. Sorry to worry you, Master. There's no need for you to apologize. She had an embarrassed smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That is why there was nothing that could be said. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit? In that case, I'll go and buy something to drink. Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay? Understood. Leave it to me. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocolate. Aww. ... The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. Within the empty park, you could hear the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocolate. Like the gently setting sun, time passed slowly. Chocolate, we'll go home. Her voice was quiet enough that I almost couldn't hear it. Yet she answered clearly. Not saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocolate's head. Master, is it alright if I call you sometimes? Uh-huh. Also, would it be alright to come visit you as well, Master? Uh-huh. Master, will you be sure to think about us every day? Even if Chocolate is away from you, is it alright for me to still call you Master? With a shaken voice, she wiped away her tears. Oh, she is crying. Her voice cracked as she stifled her sobbing. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions. I did my best to hold back the irresponsible words that were about to leak out. Uh-huh. Of course I will. Ah. I'm sorry, Master. For what? I was irritated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. Indeed, I would be like this. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. As much as I could, I gently rubbed Chocolate's head. Master, you really are kind, aren't you? If he's anything like me, we're not. I don't think I'm being kind. See? Master, you said the same thing before. Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled. Do you remember when Chocolate and Vanilla, when Master and Shigeru-chan took us home? Ah, of course, I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were still young and couldn't even speak yet. They were huddled together, crying by the roadside. It was the day that I picked up their small, cold bodies and took them home. There was no way I could simply forget the important day our family grew. In the beginning, you two didn't really get used to things at home. We were scared back then because we were in a house with people and Nico we didn't know. You two didn't eat at all, which worried Shigure. Yes, we really worried her. As we talked about the past, I started to hear a bit of laughter in her voice. Do you also remember when Chocolate and Vanilla had a fever? Ah, I do remember that. Oh? It was a few days after... After we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. They'd only occasionally drink a bit of water. As always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really weakened their bodies. When Chocolate and Vanilla had a high fever, they really were in pain. No one realized it that night, but we felt pain, anguish, and loneliness. We couldn't speak, and our arms and legs wouldn't move. We kept hoping for anyone to save us, and could only cry. And then... It's alright. I'm with you two, so don't worry. Master, with your big warm hands, you rubbed our heads. You kept saying, don't worry, while by our side. And continued to comfort us. When morning came, you took us to the hospital. You were always by our side. Sorry about that.
Though we felt anxious in our helplessness, it really did feel like it was all an illusion. And just like before, you said the same thing. That you didn't think you were being kind. But if Master didn't save us, Chocolate and Vanilla wouldn't be here. That time, the Master wasn't by our side. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone. Thanks to Master, we were able to eat again. We were able to get along with Shigure-chan and everyone else. That is why, from that day forward, Master became Chocolate's master. Chocolate started loving her kind master that day, and will from now on. Do you see?
Her eyes were filled with tears. They were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled as she could before me. All she could before me.
That is why when Chocolate's hears that Master won't be around, I couldn't do anything else but want to come with Master. I asked Shigure-chan.
She said that with the faintest of smiles. Those words were gentle and warm. But there was also a sadness and emptiness that could not be reached. Chocolate. I was the one she was saying this to, but the only thing I could say was her name.
When it comes to money and other difficult things, I guess Nico don't understand. But even then, Chocolate wants to be by Master's side. When Master is having a hard time or is in a pinch,
don't start with me.
I somehow know it. It really just happens, but whether it's cleaning, doing the laundry, or cooking, Chocolate will do anything to help. Even if I can't do it now, I will absolutely make sure that I will be able to do everything right. Do things right. That is why, would it be okay to ask for one more favour? Chocolate wants to be next to Master.
Using her will to keep her tears from overflowing, Chocolate said those words clearly once again. Chocolate, if you could be with me, when her thoughts were ready to overflow and engulf me. For me to so honestly yearn for that, for me to so innocently believe that, there's no way I would be against it. That day, Chocolate and Vanilla became an important part of my family. If they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. But I was selfish to leave home like that. I didn't want to get my important family wrapped up in my selfishness, and have them experience any unnecessary hardship. You two are important to me, after all.
Oh, Vanilla. We are Nico, so we're honest with ourselves.
My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked right at me as she stood at Chocolate's side.
For my part, I would be fine next to Chocolate, even if things weren't fun. Even if there is hardship, I think I'm fine being with Chocolate. After all, when we are not together, then each of us suffers from loneliness. If I really love her, then, even if it's troublesome, I want to be with her. Even then I would want to be together with her, I think. Whether we'd be happy or not. Even though you're our master, don't you think it's wrong for you to decide that? Besides, when a person important to us is in trouble, that's more reason to want to be by their side. I don't know what we could do, but in tough times we can be at your side to cheer you up. That we can do.
Her gentle nature was like the setting sun, a warm and soft smile. The uncharacteristic words from Vanilla were really penetrating my heart.
That is probably why Shigure let us come to you, Master. Since Shigure cannot be with you, Master, we came in her stead. That is why, if Master really thinks about Chocolate, then I think we should be with you.
There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. Those honest words went straight through me. Who am I to decide Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? That's what the only thought in my otherwise empty mind. Those words continued to resonate in my head.
Even if we lived a worry-free life, we wouldn't like it if Master isn't around. No matter how difficult, Chocolate wants to be together with Master. Ah, that is why I ask that you allow us to be by your side, Master. This is where Chocolate wants to be.
On the verge of crying, she smiled. But Chocolate clearly smiled. It was nothing but pure, genuine words.